Today on BTV News Channel 3, a breath of fresh air as students and faculty now have the option of being mask optional at the Benjamin Upper School.
Plus, a new teacher who isn't so new to Benjamin. We shine the teacher spotlight on Mrs. Franzen.
And in BTV Sports, we splash down with a look at why the swim team was so successful this year. Hello everyone, and welcome to BTV News. I'm Catherine Civitella.
And I'm Matt Roundtree. You give us 15 minutes and we'll give you the latest news that affects you and the Benjamin School.
Plenty to bring you today, including the new advisory challenge, fantasy football. But first, our top story. As the semester rolls on, more COVID-based policies are beginning to disappear. First, the 6 feet social distancing rule became 3 feet, and now students and faculty have the choice whether to mask up or not. BTV's Sydney Steinger hit the campus to find out what you think about the new policy.
In a recent decision, the school announced that as of October 4th, we would become mask optional.
I think that it was a decision that the school, ultimately needed to make. It's not like I expected the school to be mask mandatory for the entire year. I personally was a little scared because I know that it's still going on in terms of the pandemic, but I'll do what I have to do to stay safe. And I mean, it is really, the students' option, but I was pretty neutral in terms of the decision that they made.
Faculty discuss how they came to the decision to go mask optional.
Kind of watching the local numbers, certainly much more than the national numbers over the last month or so. We, came to the conclusion, given, various factors, given the slowdown in transmission rates, the levels of illness here, which were incredibly low, that we could go to that next step.
The Benjamin community expresses what it's like having the option to wear masks.
Now it's optional. It's nice. It's nice. I feel like I could smile at teachers, I could, read facial expressions better. And so, it allows me to communicate better.
It was a big change. I think the school did a good job by sectioning it out in phases, by having, when you're outdoors, you don't have to wear it at the start of the year, and then a couple weeks in, making it indoors optional and the whole school optional. So it was definitely they did phases to make it seem like it wasn't such a polarizing change.
We hope students enjoy the option to wear masks and are doing their part to remain safe. Reporting for BTV News Channel 3, I'm Sydney Steinger.
Thank you, Sydney. Well, last BTV newscast, we introduced you to the new faculty faces who now call Benjamin home. Today, it's another face to the upper school, but a familiar face to the Benjamin community. BTV's Zach Nightoff dusts off the spotlight and shines it on Mrs. Franzen.
Mrs. Franzen, a new teacher at the Benjamin Upper School, has already made a big impact at school this year. Mrs. Franzen explains her background in teaching.
So I've been in education for over 20 years. I started in the Episcopal Church. I worked in Palm Beach, and then I started working in the schools when my kids started school. I worked in a Montessori school for about 10 years, then in the public schools for several years as a media specialist, and I've now been at Benjamin for 8 years, teaching history.
Mrs. Franzen had a good reason to move to the upper school.
I got my master's degree this year, and it's in World War II and the Holocaust, and I felt that the content that I wanted to teach was more suitable for the upper school content.
She has made a good impression on the faculty members as well.
So Mrs. Franzen has come to the upper school campus with her knowledge of history, her enjoyment of teaching, and she has just been an amazing addition to the upper school social studies department. She knows a lot of the kids, obviously, who have come through the middle school. She had them in her own classes, so there's a lot of familiarity with the students as well.
The students are also enjoying her teaching style.
So it brings a lot of that spunky teaching that we got in the 8th grade history. I think all of that is still there. So as a whole, I think Miss Franzen brings that kind of spunk to the teaching of AP psychology that I can really enjoy and a lot of students will enjoy.
Yeah, she's a really good teacher. I had her in 8th grade too, and she goes through the PowerPoints with us and makes sure we know all the material before the tests.
Mrs. Franzen loves being at the upper school.
I love being up here. I love the content that I'm teaching. I think psychology is really, really fun. And it's a perfect mix of kind of all the things I've done in my life. And I love the fact that I'm still continuing with AP World. To me, that's just the second year of what I've been teaching for the last 8 years. And government is new for me, and it's a fun adventure.
Mrs. Franzen is enjoying her time here at the upper school. We wish her best of luck as the school year progresses. Reporting for BTV News Channel 3, I'm Zach Nightoff.
Thank you, Zach, but don't go anywhere. We're coming right back to you. Since we're on the topic, new at Benjamin, new policies, new teachers, how about a new game? That's right, advisory has gotten into the fantasy football craze by having each advisory class draft a team and compete against each other. Once again, Zach Nightoff fills us in on how this came about and how students are liking it.
This year, a new advisory competition has begun, the Advisory Fantasy Football Program. This allows students to compete with and against their friends. The Dean of Students shares why the program was created.
Well, I have to give credit to Doc Perugia. This is kind of his brainchild, and it's a way to kind of create some more camaraderie within advisories and across full grades as well. And I think it's a great idea. It's just something different and something that all of our students, or most of our students, are interested in.
Students and faculty have been enjoying the program so far.
Yeah, so far I'm having a pretty good time with it. It's nice to be able to compete against your classmates and advisees. So I have enjoyed it so far.
From what I've seen, yes. I'm not in advisories very often, but I hear chatter, around assemblies and at lunch about it. So it seems that students are enjoying it and keeping the teams updated.
A teacher shares the biggest difficulty of the program.
Honestly, it was just technical issues with the website. Actually getting it started because it didn't accept my password and my email, and so it wouldn't let me create an account right away. So it kind of came down to the wire, and I finally was able to create the account and then get into the draft and choose the players and stuff. So.
Students and faculty share why they love their team.
Tom Brady's actually my favorite player on my team. Obviously he's a veteran, but I do enjoy and respect his career. So, having him on the team, definitely a good pick, and, looking forward to get some points.
On my team, I picked up Mac Jones, so I'm excited to watch him.
I think all of my students know that I'm a huge Minnesota fan, and so I was hoping to get a few more Vikings players on the team, but I'm happy that we ended up at least with Dalvin Cook anyway on the team, on the roster.
I have Alvin Kamara, who is a really good player, and I have Stephon Diggs as well, and he's really good, so I'm really happy to have both of them.
Advisors and advisees are excited about this new and fun advisory activity. We wish you best of luck as the season progresses. Reporting for BTV News Channel 3, I'm Zach Nightoff.
Thanks again, Zach. So since new is the theme today on BTV, let's stick with the subject and visit something new that is a great sight to see: fans in the stands. As a sense of normalcy creeps back onto campus, nothing was more evident than seeing the student body back at sporting events, meaning the return of school spirit. BTV's Sydney Steinger has more.
Fall sports have made a return after suffering during COVID.
Last year during COVID, it was a mess because we would have games canceled every week and we would have games randomly scheduled, so it was a mess. We had a really weird practice schedule. At one point we were quarantined, no spectators, parents couldn't even come sometimes. The only upside to it was that we got a streaming system in the gym so that we can live stream games last year, and actually we do it this year too, which is kind of nice.
Athletes describe what it's like having fans back in the student section.
Yeah, I'd definitely say that the student section's been crazy. The themes have changed game to game. They've been pretty exciting. Stands have been packed. We've had a great attendance so far. It's been very exciting.
Volleyball games are so fun, especially my freshman year 2 years ago. They were so fun, and then for students to not be able to come last year and for the players to not have the student section, it's really fun this year because people missed it a lot, and we've had a bigger turnout than ever before. People are always wondering when our next games are, so the student section is really beneficial to our playing because, you know, it makes us more comfortable and relaxed when they're saying like funny things and you know, when they motivate us, so it's really nice.
Students are more excited than ever to cheer on their peers at sporting events and look forward to a successful season.
There's been a lot of really good athletes that have been like on the court, in the field, in football and volleyball. So we're really excited to see how far they get to go, and hopefully we can make a trip to a state championship game of some sort, which would be really fun.
We are excited to see more school spirit as the seasons continue. Reporting for BTV News Channel 3, I'm Sydney Steinger.
Thank you, Sydney. And it's great to see the packed stands once again. We're going to step aside for just a bit, but plenty more ahead when BTV continues.
That's right, stay with us. When we come back, we will take a dip in the pool and find out what made this year's swim team so special. BTV Sports is up next.
What happened?
Come on, Miss Guzman, I studied this time. I thought I was ready.
You don't seem like yourself.
I don't really feel like myself.
Try a Snickers. Better?
Better.
Good.
You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Hey, this is Abby Wambach, Olympic gold medalist and World Cup champion.
Mr. Woods, can you believe this? Abby Wambach has saved the USA's life in this World Cup.
BTV Sports is up next.
Hello everyone, and welcome to BTV Sports. I'm Andrew Lappin, bringing you everything that is Benjamin Athletics. Benjamin Fall Sports are coming to an end, and with it, a very successful season for the Benjamin swim team. So, what made this year's team so special? BTV's Shay O'Donoghue has the answer.
As the 2021-2022 swim season is well underway here at the Benjamin School, our swimmers are eager to dive into some tough competition. Swimmers are working hard at practice to keep improving their skills.
Well, everyone who has been coming to practice and putting in the time and effort have dropped times. They've improved their start and reaction time and some of the basic techniques like flip turns and finishes. So those all shave seconds off of times and help for people's improvements for themselves and for the team.
Swimmers are enjoying being part of the team.
The culture, easily. Really nice teammates. It's a good atmosphere to be in.
The captains hope the team can swim their way to district championships.
I'm excited about us potentially winning districts. I think that with a lot more swimmers we have this year and the really good middle schoolers we have on the team, we have a possibility of winning.
Yeah, I think we'll all hopefully drop our times and hopefully win districts if we push each other enough.
Our varsity swimmers are off to a great start. We wish them the best of luck as their season progresses. Reporting for BTV News, Channel 3, I'm Shay O'Donoghue.
Thank you, Shay. And congratulations to the swim team on a great 2021 season. And to all the fall sports as they close out their campaigns with eyes set on a state championship. That is a look at BTV Sports. Catherine, Matt, back to you.
Thank you, Andrew. That is going to do it for us. As always, we thank you for joining us, and we will see you back here after the holiday break.
For Matt Roundtree, Andrew Lappin, Director Tyler Taplett, and the entire BTV News crew, I'm Catherine Civitello, leaving you with a little Thanksgiving Q&A.
My favorite Thanksgiving food is stuffing, but my favorite Thanksgiving dessert is chocolate pie.
My favorite Thanksgiving food is probably the turkey.
My favorite Thanksgiving food is fried turkey. My husband makes it every year, and it is the best turkey I've ever had.
My favorite Thanksgiving food is apple pie.
I really like to make a mashed potato mountain and then, make the volcano with the gravy. But I honestly love all Thanksgiving food.
We get together as a family with friends and all that, and I enjoyed that very much. It's a pity we don't have that in Cuba,
Our family tradition is everyone bring food to my house and we pray and dance and we still play hide and go seek.
My favorite family tradition is the fact that we make cranberry sauce from scratch as a family.
I'm thankful for my family, I'm thankful for a job that I love, and I'm thankful for a full week off at Thanksgiving break.
Be a senior and be able to have a year without like COVID affecting it or anybody just like affecting my happiness or just being with my friends and loving other people.
This year I'm just thankful for the fact that my entire family can actually be together this year.
Bread and butter and apple cider and